Okay, my last video today I will be showing you the full extent of the numbers sheet. So we're going to start on the very left. There's a current balance sheet. In your current balance sheet you're going to put the date, the item, and the amount that you purchase an item for, or you sell an item, or not necessarily an item, but a payment check from Audrey. You'd put these in. What this is going to do is it's going to make you a nice little graph that doesn't really matter, but it's going to keep track of all of your expenses as well as your incomes. If you go to the deposits tab, this is going to be your income. It's going to show you how much you make, and the date received is going to be the date that the payment from Audrey is put into your bank account. The payment type is probably going to be Audrey most of the time. However, you could also do cash or PayPal or whatever. Deposit date is going to be the date posted. So sometimes electronic services are delayed, and that's the deposit date that you want to write. But the receive date is going to be the date that it's put into your account. And of course, the amount. The next tab is the expenses by type. Now the expenses tab, you're going to put the date, the item, the amount you purchased the item for, and then the same, if it was if we on the 1st of January of 2016 purchased paper and it was $100, then we're going to say, oh, we purchased $100 of paper for advertising. Now what that does is this program will track all of the amounts in this column and compare them to all of the amounts in this column or these columns, and it's going to provide you a difference. This is going to help you double check to make sure that all of your expenses are accounted for. Your deposits, expenses, and current balances all are going to cross-check with each other and make sure that your verified balance should be your balance and your variation should be 0. Since I didn't put that last expense, I didn't have a balance or a variation of 0. You want your variation of 0. That means that your budget is up to date. Okay, the inventory tab you've seen a little bit before. It's going to keep track of your inventory, your desired inventory, your current inventory, and what you need to order. So this might be what you're looking at if you're looking to onboard. Now these 6 tables are going to be your orders, what you're waiting from LuLaRoe to receive, and then these are going to be the items that you have marked as purchased. So these might be things that are currently still in your inventory but have been sold and you just haven't shipped them yet. The Nicole's tab is going to help you keep track of all of your Nicoles. The photo ID is the ID of the photograph that pairs with the item that you're keeping track here. The size column is going to automatically update with the photo ID if you use the programs I've given you. If you do not use the programs that I've given you, you don't need these columns. You can just type in extra, extra small, and everything else will still work as normal. A description of the item can be found here. It kind of helps you to find the item that someone has purchased easily and quickly, and kind of reminds you of what the photo might look like. The Maxi, the Perfect, the Classic, the Randy, the Irma, all of these one size tall curvy, all of these tabs are almost identical. The difference in one size is that instead of size you have print. And so the print is going to say either pattern or solid, if it's a solid print or if it's a patterned print. In the All Customers tab, you have a list of all of the people who have ever purchased from you. This will be information that you copy and paste out of a Google form. The last 3 columns here help to create their full name, the total items they've ever purchased, and the total amount of money that they've ever spent. This is kind of for us computer nerds or statisticians out there that kind of want to know who's buying what, who are your best customers, who spends the most money, stuff like that. In the party Don't Erase tab, we have a template for what a party will look like. You'll have a customer, a style, a size, a quantity, a description, a cost of the item, the shipping that they're going to charge you, you're going to charge them, and then the discounts that you might give them. So let's say that Hallie Joe is going to buy a Maxi. Now you notice that things are starting to fill up. If she buys an extra small maxi and only one of them, you'll see that the cost will fill up with the price of the maxi. If you don't want to charge this cost, you can go and change that cost in the settings tab. If she buys 2, the cost will change. 3, the cost will change, etc. The description might be the description of the item, black with white flowers. The shipping is what you're going to charge her. Maxis, maybe you charge her $6 shipping. And then for a discount, maybe you say, you know what, she's family, so I'm going to give her $5 off. And so you could say, comments, you might say family discount. So you can keep track of why she got a family discount. So the total will update, and it will be the sum of the tax plus the discount plus the shipping plus the cost. The tax, however, will not calculate unless you go to the settings tab and turn charge tax on. So now it's there. And the tax rate will be up here. If you want to charge 100% tax rate, which I highly do not recommend, then the tax will be the sum of everything and no one will shop with you. Okay, so I'm going to turn tax rate off and go back to the party tab. Once you've got a whole party filled out, you can say Hallie's completed ordering, and you can kind of keep track of where you are with their order. If you've filled out the All Customers tab, then, oops, wrong one, then this email address will automatically fill in. Most often, it's incorrect. There are a lot of people, a lot of email addresses, so the program sometimes gets confused. But you can put in the email address on your own, alliejoe@gmail.com. Now, if you have a multi-hostess party, maybe Mary Ann was her hostess, but somebody else might have something else, so that's available for you too. Okay, last thing is the previous transactions. Once you have completed a party, you can highlight all of the customers that spent, go to the previous transactions, and paste into the previous transactions. What this allows you to do is kind of keep track of what you've sold. If you sell more Maxis or Randys, it's going to kind of help you understand what is it that you need to order when you're just a few items short of completing a full order. The last tab is the settings tab, and again, we've seen this a little bit before, but here's where you can affect if you charge taxes or not. Right here is the styles you carry, and this is information for some of the formulas that look up the size. Now up here is where you're going to change all of your prices. If you decide that you want to charge $32 for the Cassie, that's where you put it in. But these are, I believe, the recommended prices from LuLaRoe headquarters. Down at the bottom, you'll see some garbage that helps you look at some graphs and stuff that nerds like, but they don't really matter. Okay, so the last thing that I'll say is if you do not carry Nicole or Randy or whatever, you can change these. So let's say that you don't carry the Maxi, you carry the Anna. So if you carry the Anna, go all the way to the inventory tab, and you'll see the Anna is automatically placed in there. However, it's going to reference the same tab, this Maxi tab. So you're going to want to rename Maxi to Anna. Then when you go into Anna, I just renamed this one more time. Once you do that, everything's going to flow much easier. If you do not rename this tab to the correct item that you're pasting in the photo ID, for instance, if you have Maxi 0 garbage, whatever that is, if this is your photo ID, the program, when you run it, it's not going to actually add this Maxi into the correct folder. It's going to add it into the Anna folder. So make sure that the photo IDs and the tables and the tabs all match with the styles that you carry. Alright, I think I've done a pretty brief overview of the programs I've written. If you have any questions, let me know. My wife also is pretty fluent in this program, so you can give her a Facebook message, if you will. And let us know. I hope this helped your company.